Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be looking at another common charity deck. This time, another deck from Dune, although this deck is more supported by the new OTS reprinting. Charles, this is Infernoble. Now, Infernoble Ignite, to be very specific, although the only thing we're really going to be searching off these Ignite cards are the Infernoble stuff. It also has a little bit of Therion in there with the Bull and Reaper. Let's just get right into it. So for the Ignites, this part of the deck is incredibly simple. We have 3 Gallant, 3 Veteran, 3 Cavalier, 3 Margrave, 3 Paladin, 3 Squire, 3 Summoner's Art, 3 Painful Decision. I would be playing more Ignites if I could. These cards are awesome. Essentially, you want to make use of the pendulum summons as much as you can to make sure you're getting out the things like Oliver and Auglier before like link summon before making Charles. It's pretty complicated, unfortunately, to make Charles, but Charles is also equals a towers that cannot be tributed. So it's just it's kind of it's interesting for sure. I think that these Ignite cards are like really key to searching everything. You can also search Bull, any Fire Warrior monster. If you're playing a deck that revolves around Fire Warriors, gotta be on the Ignites. Summoner's Art obviously just searches one of them, and Ignite, and so does Painful Decision. But Painful Decision is a little bit better because you can search one and then like bin one to grave, so you have another material to summon Astolfo. Let's go into the Therions. We're on 3 Bull, 2 Reaper. I kept breaking on 3 Reaper or 2 Bull, so I ended up cutting one of the Reapers and replacing it with one of the Bulls, just so I have another Fire Warrior. Oliver needs Fire Warriors to discard itself to summon itself, so I like having more of that than this. That's why this is the ratio I picked. But otherwise, or Reaper rather is a bounce on the opponent's turn, and then Bull is a good card for going second. That's usually what we're searching off of Charles, because it can just search a Fire Warrior during the end phase. So you usually want to just grab. You're usually grabbing Bull and then summoning Bull by grabbing one of the fires from grave, and then that's just an easy pop. Very good. 3 copies of Auglier. So on summon, either normal or special, this bins a Noble Arms or a Fire Warrior, and then if it's in the grave, you can equip it. And also, when this is equipped to an Infernoble, it is indestructible by card effects. Pretty strong. You usually the thing you're binning off this is either a Bull if you have Reaper in hand or Astolfo. 1 Magius. Magius is fine. The reason we're playing it is because in some matchups you want to bin this off Auglier to like if they're like making a monster consistently with like higher than 4,000 attack, so it can just get over Charles. This is what you want to grab instead of the Bull. But it's otherwise it's only okay. And then 3 Oliver. This is the main tuner for the deck. You can summon this from if you pitch a warrior to summon this, it becomes level 1. So then you get the 1/4, and then you make Roland, and then you use the other 4 you have on field plus the Roland to make Charles. Very strong. 1 copy of Astolfo. It's just decent in like the grind game. It can banish a Infernoble, or banish I believe just a Fire Warrior and summon itself, and then it can also banish itself. Like when it sends off Auglier, you can banish itself in 2 standby phases, I believe. During your second standby phase after this effect activation, you can summon a Fire Warrior that's banished or engraved. So you just banish this, and then later you'll have access to like your Charles or your Roland. Not great, obviously, but it's the best thing we can be sending, other than Bull, obviously, or Magius. It's just like a thing you can send, and then also having extension for like late game is decent. 1 Rhoda. Every warrior deck plays this, obviously. 1 copy of Magicalized Dust on Mop. When this card is equipped, so like this. When this card is equipped, the thing that is equipped to cannot be destroyed by a card effect. Oh wait, no. It can't be tributed or used as material for a fusion synchro or Xyz summon. So like it can't get hit with Albaz, and it can't get like tributed for a kaiju. So you can kind of make this. This is probably the hardest monster to out in the format, because the usual outs in the sideboard for like the outs people play in the sideboard are like kaijus, and it's immune to those. So if this deck stays kind of under the radar for a while, which I'm not necessarily helping, it's kind of unoutable. The thing that you usually would play to out this is Borreload, because Borreload can steal it without targeting, destroying, tributing. Borreload Dragon can just steal it, but it also has the pop, so you have a way to like prevent them from getting into Borreload. Like if they're trying to do it through like link climbing, you can pop whatever their like high like rated link monster is. Obviously, Borreload can't be destroyed, but it's a very it's good. The card's good. There's nothing else really for me to say. And then the other equip we're on is Metal Silver Armor. While you control the equipped monster, your opponent cannot target monsters in the field or in either graveyard or that are banished, except the equipped monster. And then equipped with Oliver, it can't be targeted. So essentially, this one card just makes your whole board untargetable. This protects the Magical and Dust on Mop from like Cosmic Cyclone. Just good to have. And the extra, we're on 3 Charles. You always want to be making Charles. Pretty much everything in this deck revolves around you making this, and you just have to. You just absolutely need to make this to like do anything like at all. One Wolf Riot. It's for outing specific boards. Ravenous Crocodile. This is for drawing into multiple cards if like you need to draw into something else. Cloud Castle, if you make this, you can target the Charles engrave and summon it, which is really nice. Scrap Dragon, just if you need to make an 8 to out something. 2 Roland. This card should be at yes. So essentially, what this does is, if it's synchro summoned, this is how you're dumping the equip spells. This is how you're getting them in the graveyard. And then also as a quick effect, it can equip itself to Charles, and that's how Charles gets its pop. Because when anything is equipped to this, it allows it to pop a card on the field. This card in the grave can quick effect equip it to this, so you can pop a card on the field. Double Captain Oliver. This card is only okay. Unfortunately, you can when this card declares when this card declares an attack while equipped, you can target a face-up card on the field and destroy it. It's just an out for certain things. And then in the main phase, when this card is sent to the grave, you can target a warrior in grave, summon it from the grave as tuner. Also equip that monster you control to this card as an equip spell. It's decent. You can kind of like occasionally finesse this into like, because like if you go like Oliver plus Captain Oliver, you can kind of finesse this in like late game situations into a Charles, but it's not perfect. One Hyperion, if you go Cloud Castle, revive Charles, but that doesn't out the board. You can go Hyperion, and then like if you need to like if you're like facing down a board that has like you're playing against Burn and you know they have Mahata or like one of the hand traps in their hand, you can make this to negate that hand trap, and then and then you are then able to attack for game. And then a couple rank 4s. Gandiva for going first if you need to make a rank 4. It's just 2 copy. It's like Solda basically. 2 Tornado Dragon or 1 Tornado Dragon against trap decks if you're going first. And then a Dark Rebellion to out certain big monsters. Let's go into a test hand and see if this deck can kind of like, let's see how, because this deck does have some consistency issues. So let's see if I can just make the regular Charles plus Mop end board. The hand looks really nice. We opened Paladin and Oliver, which means that we're going to have a very easy time getting into the Roland. So first here, we are going to go Gallant and one of the 7s. And then we are immediately going to Pendulum Summon. We're only Pendulum Summoning the Paladin here. Because we can't Pendulum Summon the Oliver because we need to pitch a Fire Warrior to summon this. Otherwise, it'll be level 4, and we're never going to have access to the copy of. And yes, we're never going to have access to the copy of the Synchro 5. That's what I'm. Roland, Captain Roland. That's what I'm talking about. Activating Oliver here, we're going to pitch Cavalier in hand to summon itself. It'll be level 1 here. And then we will just activate Squire right here, popping itself, and we're going to add Ogier. We're going to normal summon Ogier here, obviously, and then we are able to pitch. Because we don't have a Reaper in hand, so we have no reason to send the Bull, so we are going to send the Astolfo. Here we're going to Synchro Summon. We have access to any rank, of course, any Synchro 5. We are going to sync up Paladin and Oliver, and we are going to make Roland here. Roland, of course, summons from extra deck, and then from there we are going to we're gonna go Roland here. This allows me just to at the end phase we're gonna be able to dump an equip spell. Here we are obviously going to make the Emperor Charles, And then we can summon all the guys we can equip the guys from the graveyard. First, we'll go Astolfo. Just in 2 standby phases, we're going to revive something. We're going to go Oliver here. Oliver allows us, we're going to equip. Cannot be targeted by card effects. We're going to go Ogier here. Now it cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then in end phase, we get to dump any equip spell. That equip spell is going to be Dust on Mop. Then from here, we can also search any warrior, so that fire warrior rather. So it's going to be Bull Ein. Then Emperor Charles activates. We can equip this Dust on Mop from Grave, and then equip another fire warrior, and that is going to be Magius to protect us from battle. So from here, we can also go, like, theoretically, they're going into battle phase, just with like a board or something. We go Roland. We can equip. Bang. Now we get the opportunity to pop something. We'll pop this, I guess. And then that pops a card on the opponent's field, obviously. And then that is a pop on the opponent's turn. It can't be tributed, targeted, or destroyed by card effects. And we have Bull for next turn to flex removal with another with a Infernoble Engrave. We also have Astolfo for follow-up in turn 5. I hope you enjoyed the combo, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.